America's next great independence story is not only about oil, gas, factories, or ships. It begins underground. Under deserts, mountains, forests, and old mining towns are the raw materials that power modern life. Copper for the grid, aluminum for aircraft, rare earths for magnets, graphite for batteries, boron, scandium, lithium, nickel, and dozens of other critical minerals that make advanced weapons, semiconductors, automobiles, energy systems, and everyday technology possible. For years, the United States lived with a dangerous contradiction. We had the resources, we had the workers, we had the engineering tradition, but more of the supply chain moved overseas. Mines closed, processing capacity disappeared, smelters went quiet. The country that built railroads, skyscrapers, ships, aircraft, and the arsenal of democracy became dependent on foreign producers for materials it could not defend itself without. That is the problem this new mining push is trying to solve: economic independence. The goal is simple, but massive. Mine it here, process it here, refine it here, manufacture it here, and put American workers back at the center of the industrial economy. Critical minerals are not just another commodity. They are the foundation under almost every strategic industry. If America wants to lead in defense, artificial intelligence, automobiles, aerospace, semiconductors, energy, and advanced manufacturing, it cannot rely on hostile foreign nations for the materials inside those systems. A fighter jet needs rare earth magnets. A missile system needs specialty metals. A data center needs power infrastructure. A grid needs copper. A modern economy is not built from slogans. It is built from materials, and that is why the supply chain matters. For decades, permitting became one of the biggest obstacles. In the old system, a federal mining permit could take 3, 4, or even 5 years. That delay discourages investment, scares away capital, and tells young workers there may be no future in the field. Now the message from Washington is different. Federal mining permit timelines are being cut dramatically, with approvals described as taking as little as 25 days. The signal is clear. If a project strengthens the American mineral supply chain, the government will not leave it buried in paperwork for half a decade. That does not mean mines appear overnight. Mining is hard. It requires geology, engineering, financing, equipment, infrastructure, environmental review, skilled labor, and long-term commitment. But speed matters. A country cannot rebuild industrial strength if every major project waits years for permission to begin. The new strategy also recognizes something even more important. Permits do not build mines. People do. America has a mining workforce problem. Accredited mining programs in the United States now graduate fewer than 200 mining engineers each year, while China graduates thousands. At the same time, a large share of America's current mining workforce is nearing retirement. That is not just a labor shortage. It is a strategic vulnerability. If the country wants more mines, processing plants, smelters, and mineral technology, it needs geologists, metallurgists, engineers, equipment operators, technicians, and skilled miners. It needs students who see mining not as an industry of the past, but as one of the most important careers of the future. That is why the administration is committing $100 million to American mining schools. The investment is aimed at training the next generation of miners, engineers, and mineral experts. Schools like the Colorado School of Mines, the South Dakota School of Mines, and major university and industry partnerships are being positioned as national assets. The message to students is direct. If you want to build America's future, there is a place for you in mining. This is bigger than extraction. The United States does not only need raw ore coming out of the ground, it needs the whole chain: mapping, mining, processing, refining, manufacturing, and final production. Because dependence can hide in the middle of the chain. A country can mine a mineral, ship it overseas for processing, buy it back at a premium, and still be vulnerable. Real independence means keeping more of the value and more of the control on American soil. That is why domestic projects are central to the plan. In Oklahoma, a new aluminum smelter has been announced as part of the effort to restore American smelting capacity. Aluminum is essential for transportation, defense, construction, packaging, and power systems. A major new smelter is more than a factory. It is a statement that America intends to make foundational materials again. In California and Texas, MP Materials is being held up as a model for the rare earth supply chain. The company mines and refines materials in California and produces magnets in Texas. Those magnets go into vehicles, electronics, defense systems, and high-performance motors. The goal is to scale that capacity so American manufacturers can buy American-made magnets from an American supply chain. In Arizona, the Resolution Copper project represents another piece of the puzzle. Copper carries electricity through homes, factories, grids, vehicles, and weapon systems. A major domestic copper project can strengthen economic security and national security if it brings production, jobs, and processing capacity back into the United States. Other projects are part of the broader industrial map: battery facilities, graphite projects, boron facilities, scandium production, rare earth magnet expansion, and advanced metals factories supporting aerospace and defense. Together, these projects point toward a new industrial doctrine. America should not be satisfied with being a buyer at the end of someone else's supply chain. America should be a producer, a refiner, a manufacturer, and a technological leader. Tariffs are one tool in that strategy. The argument is that American workers cannot compete fairly if foreign producers use subsidies, market manipulation, export controls, and stockpiling to dominate entire sectors. When critical industries are hollowed out, low prices today can become dependence tomorrow. Tariffs on materials like steel, aluminum, and copper are being used to protect domestic production and encourage investment at home. The stated goal is to rebuild capacity, to make it worthwhile to open smelters, restart production, expand factories, and hire American workers. That connects directly to the national defense stockpile. A country that cannot guarantee access to essential minerals is exposed in a crisis. If supply chains are cut, if foreign governments restrict exports, or if conflict disrupts trade, the United States needs reserves of the materials required for defense and industrial survival. Rebuilding the national defense stockpile and creating a strategic mineral reserve are meant to ensure that America is not caught unprepared. This is economic policy, but it is also national security policy. The modern battlefield depends on minerals. The modern factory depends on minerals. The modern power grid depends on minerals. The modern consumer economy depends on minerals, and the country that controls the mineral supply chain controls a major part of the future. That is why this effort is being framed as a continuation of American independence. First came political independence. Then came the fight for energy independence. Now the focus is economic independence. Making sure the United States is never again forced to rely on hostile foreign powers for the building blocks of its prosperity and defense. There is also a cultural shift underway. Mining is being repositioned as a high-tech, high-skill, patriotic industry. Not a relic, not a forgotten corner of the economy, a front line of national renewal. The old image of mining was only pickaxes and hard hats. The new image includes advanced mapping, automation, metallurgy, materials science, environmental engineering, data analysis, robotics, and next-generation processing. It includes students in labs, workers in smelters, engineers designing safer extraction systems, and manufacturers turning minerals into magnets, batteries, aircraft components, defense systems, and vehicles. In that sense, the mine is only the beginning. The real objective is to connect the American interior to the American factory floor, to connect mining schools to industrial jobs, to connect critical minerals to national defense, to connect tariffs, permitting reform, public investment, and private capital into one strategy. The challenge is enormous. Supply chains built over decades will not be rebuilt in a single year. Mines take time. Processing capacity takes time. Skilled workforces take time. Communities must see real benefits. Projects must be executed responsibly, and the country must stay focused long enough to turn announcements into production. But the direction is clear. America is trying to stop sleepwalking through a mineral crisis. It is trying to remember that everything made begins with something mined, grown, forged, refined, or built. It is trying to bring back the industrial confidence that says big, hard things can still be done here. The promise is not only more mines, it is more leverage, more security, more jobs, more domestic production, more control over the materials that shape the 21st century. If the effort succeeds, the result will be measured not just in tons of ore or dollars of investment, it will be measured in reopened schools, trained workers, new smelters, stronger supply chains, and a country less vulnerable to pressure from abroad. America's mineral story is not just about what is under the ground, it is about what kind of nation gets built above it. A nation that imports its future, or a nation that makes it. A nation that waits for permission from foreign suppliers, or a nation that controls its own destiny.